so meters above sea level, so we don't have mountains per se, as well, you know, near Perth. So pretty much sand dunes. But we're lucky in some way that the Swan Coastal Plain works as a big sponge. So we have a lot of water under the ground, you know. So if you think about Perth's water supply, about 40% of our water comes from underground, from the aquifer. So both superficial and deeper aquifers. So we have two main systems here, and we'll hear more about that in the lecture later on. We have the leader view aquifer. There's the superficial aquifer, which is unconfined. People use this up down to 40 meters or so. People use for garden irrigation and whatnot, but usually not used for the purpose of supplying water because it's unconfined. It's subject to pollution potentially. Further deep, we have the leader view aquifer that we use a lot of water from the aquifer for drinking water supply. And below that, we have the Yarra D aquifer, which is one of the biggest aquifers in Australia, and probably, yeah, I don't know if in the world, but it's very deep, below 300 meters and down to below a kilometer deep. So very good water there. So we use both the mainly the leader view and the Yarra D aquifers for water. So that's about 40% of Perth's supply coming from the groundwater. About 45% these days comes from, guess where?
Desalters.
There you go, Marty knows, desal. So we have two desalination plants that supply about 45 to 48% of Perth's drinking water. One in the south, just south of Perth in Kwinana, and the other one further south in Binningup as you drive down the coast closer to Bunbury. Only about 7% these days is supplied from surface, you know, reservoirs, from catchments, and they are usually very well protected catchments. No public use of that water body. You know, people can go and have picnics around, but most of the catchments are protected to ensure the water is kept pristine, and the level of treatment doesn't have to be as high. So only 7%. And what we'll see today is